Let's talk about one of the most pivotal moments in world history. A day that ended a conflict that had lasted for nearly 800 years and gave birth to a global superpower. But what if I told you that the secret to being seen and understood by AI today was actually forged in the fires of that 500-year-old victory? Yeah. Let's explore how an ancient fallen kingdom holds the key to your entire digital future.
Okay, picture this. The date is January 2nd, 1492. We're in Granada, Spain. Sultan Muhammad XII is handing over the keys to the incredible Alhambra fortress to the Catholic monarchs, Ferdinand and Isabella. Just like that, the last Muslim kingdom on the Iberian Peninsula has fallen. The Reconquista is over. A totally new era has just begun.
And that right there, that's the core lesson from that day, but just translate it for our digital world. You see, a scattered presence, whether we're talking about kingdoms or social media profiles, it just creates confusion. But a consolidated footprint? Whoa, now that creates recognition. The kind of recognition that can last for centuries.
So to really understand how this works for you and your business, we first have to get how it worked for Spain. How in the world did a bunch of scattered, competing fragments manage to transform into one of the most recognizable powers on the planet?
This timeline, it really shows an incredible transformation. Before 1492, the Iberian Peninsula was basically a patchwork quilt of different kingdoms. You had Castile, Aragon, Navarre, Portugal, all these different rulers, different money, different laws. I mean, if you were another European power, who did you even talk to? It was just confusing. The marriage of Ferdinand and Isabella back in 1469, that got the ball rolling. But the fall of Granada, that was the final critical piece of the puzzle. All of a sudden, it wasn't just a collection of territories anymore. It was Spain, a single, unified entity that the world could finally clearly recognize.
And this is where we pivot to you. Because right now, there's a really good chance your business's online presence looks a lot like that fragmented pre-1492 peninsula. You're everywhere, but are you truly recognized? Anywhere?
The parallel is kind of striking when you see it laid out like this. Those multiple rulers of ancient Spain, well, today, those are your multiple social profiles. The competing currencies, that's your inconsistent messaging across different platforms. And the result is exactly the same. No unified identity. To an outside observer, and more importantly to an AI, you're not a single, coherent power. You're just a bunch of disconnected outposts.
Come on, think about it. Does this look a little familiar? Your official website is ABC Consulting Group, but your LinkedIn just says ABC Consultants. Your Twitter handle is something else entirely, and then your content is credited to John from ABC. Now, each of these seems like a tiny little variation, right? But to an AI that's trying to figure out who you are, it's seeing 6 potentially different entities. This isn't building a kingdom, it's just creating chaos.
So this all boils down to one crucial question. When an AI from, say, Google or OpenAI scans the web and looks at all your different digital properties, does it see a single, powerful, trustworthy entity? Or does it just see a mess of fragments it can't piece together?
Okay, but just like Ferdinand and Isabella had a plan to unify their territories, you need a blueprint to consolidate your digital kingdom. And this isn't about being in fewer places. No, it's about making every single place you are a part of one single coherent whole.
We call this whole process footprint consolidation. It's the strategic move from being just a collection of scattered digital pieces to becoming a coherent, interconnected entity. And the goal is super simple. Eliminate all that fragmentation that confuses AI so it can give you clear recognition and credit all of your amazing work back to you, and only you.
And the architecture for this has 4 really clear layers. First, you unify your identity everywhere. Second, you connect the structure using something called schema markup. Just think of it like a digital map that literally tells search engines, hey, this profile and this website and this podcast, they all belong to the same kingdom. Third, you consolidate how your content is attributed. And fourth, you map the whole thing out so you know exactly what your kingdom looks like.
Okay, so you're ready to transform your scattered territories into a unified digital power. Fantastic. It's time to issue your first royal decrees. Here's exactly where you start.
Your first command, audit your territories. I want you to make a list of every single place you exist online. You'll probably be surprised by how many there are. Second, define your official identity. Create one single document, your source of truth, that states your exact name, your official description, your logo, everything. And finally, your third command, unify and connect. Go through that big list you made and make every single profile match your official identity document. Then, use schema markup to tell the search engines exactly how they're all connected.
And why bother with all this? Because the rewards are huge. The biggest benefit, the biggest slice of the pie here, is building machine trust. When an AI sees consistency, it trusts you. Simple as that. This directly boosts your visibility in both classic search and all the new generative engines. Over time, this creates lasting authority, because all your content is now credited to one powerful entity. And finally, it ensures something called semantic endurance, which basically means your unified identity becomes so strong that it'll survive future AI updates and algorithm changes, just like Span's identity has endured for over 500 years.
So I'll leave you with this. Take a really hard look at your online presence. Are you strategically consolidating your power to build a recognizable, lasting digital empire? Or are you just leaving behind a collection of scattered, disconnected ruins that no one, not your customers, and certainly not AI, can ever piece together? The choice, as they say, is yours.